Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for another 1/12 scale figure unboxing and review video. And today we will be looking at this Mafex Superman from the DC Comics, The Return of Superman, or some say Black Suit Superman. The comic version of this suit was black because in order for Superman to recover from his injuries, the suit drew in extra doses of yellow sonar radiation that he uses to fuel his abilities. So yeah, that's a little bit trivia about the suit. Moving on, I got my figure from Ami website, which I will put a link down below in my video description for your reference if you're interested in this figure. But recently I checked on the website, this figure has been sold out, but you can check it out anyway. Hopefully they will restock it in the future. So without further ado, let's take a look at the box art design and then we proceed to the unboxing process. For the box art design, it is really standard sizing of Mafex figures. On the front of the box we can see a huge clear window and the S logo clearly can be seen. They place all the Medicom Mafex DC logo at the bottom of the box with inverted color, leaving the classic Superman font on the top to be more prominent. I like it that very much. At the side we can see the figure in standing position, and the other side another pose with the figure, and the background is not a gray color, it's just like a concrete kind of texture visually. Some close up at the promotional image, what are the accessories included with this figure, and at the bottom we get some company info and unreadable legalese. Finally at the top we have a Superman logo again. So without further ado, let's do the unboxing, shall we? Just a little bit info about this figure, about this character. Since it is tied to the Man of Steel resurrection after being killed by Doomsday in the classic Death of Superman storyline, the Man of Steel was revived months later in Action Comics 689, bursting out of kryptonite birthing matrix. Superman was wearing a black jumpsuit with silver highlights. So as I inspect the figure, it seems like there is no damage or anything like that on the figure. The figure is in a great condition, no missing parts or whatsoever, but there is no manual to refer to, and I think they should include it because we have some special interchangeable parts on the lower leg area. Other than that, I think it's all fine. Now I'm laying all the accessories and the main figure itself so we can see Mafex overall offering with this one. Seeing it from the top to bottom, this figure looks phenomenal. It is well proportioned. I'm not so sure if the overall body type was reused from the Hush Superman version or not, or just some of it is being used. I'm not so sure, but definitely the head sculpt is new with this one. The color scheme looks nice, and the chrome silver color just makes this figure even more interesting in my opinion. Moving on to the accessories, we don't have much to begin with because Superman doesn't need any weapon or whatsoever, so what Medicom offers here is more than enough, I might say. Multiple of interchangeable hands, open palm hands, relaxed hands, flying gesture hands, and another set of fist hands but slightly having a gap at the thumb area, and then alternate interchangeable leg design and angry fast head sculpt. So now let's try to swap it out with the legs and the head sculpt. Without any manual given to us, I'm purely doing this not as confident as usual. So yeah, you just pull this gently and hopefully it won't break. So yeah, that is one of the legs, and the second one is this one, and it's quite hard, but yeah. Okay, after that you just insert these interchangeable legs in and push it slowly. Alright, and then the next one, just repeat the same steps, and alright, okay, now it is finished, and yeah, the head sculpt should be easier task. And voila, I think we are all set. Looks good. It doesn't feel loose. It does feels nice, and you know, I'm kind of like the interchangeable legs better than the default legs. I think, yeah. Now let's take a look on this figure a bit more closer and detail. And for the head sculpt, I like the sizing of it. The expression to it is perfect, well sculpted. I believe when we photoshoot this figure in one source of light, the face sculpt detail can be appreciated even more. The blue eyes is well painted. There's some blue highlights on the hair here, but I don't know if the camera doesn't pick this color very well, but it is there and scattered evenly. And for this muffle hair, I think we'll eventually hint at the neck articulation. I will explain it much more in the articulation segment later. Coming down to the chest emblem over here, looks nice. The silver color bumps out the light pretty nice. It has some depth to the S logo, so you can feel it. The muscle definition also really nice. As you can see that, I love it. At the wrist we have this silver gauntlet, and connecting back with the boots and emblem. And it is a very simple figure. There's not too complicated on the build up. And just advice before you post this figure around, be mindful on the joint area, like this one, because the black paint over here might rub off, so careful. Yeah, all in all, there is not much detail on this figure. Medicom could not go wrong with this kind of complexity, and they should excel in it, which I think they have so far. So yeah, really nice figure. The details on it, I love it. For the articulation, the head can go side to side tilt, looking downwards that far, but doesn't have the articulation or the clearance to look up because of this muffle hair over here. So what you can do, you make use of this torso area over here and waist area, because they sit on a ball joint. So what you do is you just lean them back, because this figure has some pretty good range, as you can see that, pretty good. And then you can do the flight poses that you need. So I think there is no problem in that. So they have covered for the head looking up articulation. And for the waist area here, you can make use of it to get a greater range, you know, crouching forward like that. So yeah, side to side tilt, so that is pretty good range over there. And then moving on the arm area over here, he has some butterfly joint and up and down, so that is pretty good. He can bring his arm to that extent, pretty nice. We have bicep swivel, very nice. It does not have a loose joint or anything like that. Double jointed elbow, and then swivel at the wrist, hinge down and up. Okay, on the leg here, over here we have a drop joint method, so he can kick up front that far, and kicking backwards not so much because of this area is hindering it. So we have swivel at the thigh here, double jointed knee goes that far, and then at the ankle we have some rocker pivot over here, so that is pretty nice. We have toe hinge up and down, and as you can see at the toe hinge here, it doesn't flush really nicely. As you can see, we have that segmentation over here, so that is not so good looking because of this pack that we are going to use to insert the effect over here. So that's why. So like I said, because of its simplicity of the suits and this action figure, he can definitely achieve maximum pose ability, which is good for an action figure, and for that I think I'm going to give him a full marks on this one, because definitely he can do many poses with this kind of build up, you know. So yeah. And for the scale comparison segment, I will compare him with my figure collection. I do not own any Mafex Hush Superman version nor Batman, but some other Mafex figures on the table and some other line that might be helpful. And then just to inform you guys that he stands around 6.5 inch in height, so this is a very tall figure indeed. For the first comparison, I'm going to show you this Mafex Cyclops from the X-Men Jim Lee style, and as you can see, although Cyclops is a tall character, but this Superman is much more taller than him, as you can see here. And then we have the X-Men Wolverine from the same line as well. As you can see, he's a little bit shorter, and definitely that is the right scale to it. And next to Wolverine is this X-Men Gambit from the same line as well, and as you can see, Gambit should be a taller character, but I think Superman is a bit more taller than him. Next up, we have this Masco Superman from the BVS version, and as you can see here, Mafex Superman just slightly shorter than him, maybe just slightly, yeah. And then we have this Masco Superman, Reef Superman, and they look a little bit close in height. Maybe the shoulder for this Mafex Superman just a little bit taller. And then we have this Mafex Batman vs Superman version, and we have this 2022 Batman by McFarlane Toys, and as you can see, McFarlane is a 7-inch figure, so definitely he is a little bit taller than him. Next up is this Black Series Mandalorian and the Bad Batch Hunter, and as you can see here, both of them a little bit shorter than this Mafex figure. And last but not least is this SH Figuarts Captain America Nomad version and Thor from the Infinity War. Well, I think this DC Comics line here is a little bit too tall. I don't know, this is just my feeling. And if you have the Hush and Batman Superman version, you could comment down below, is it too tall for this figure? Because I think he's towering all the usual 6-inch figure in his category. Just wrapping up on the Mafex Superman Return of Superman. When I first got this figure in hand, even before I unboxed this figure, I have a feeling that this figure will be a great figure because of its simplicity for an action figure, meaning Medicom doesn't really need to struggle in making him such a good figure. There is no challenge in the engineering department nor the paint application department compared to other figures like Gambit or Cyclops, for example. That figure had some issues that Medicom needs to tackle, while for this Superman it should be an easy task, and I expect perfection from them, which they deliver it well. And from the marketing standpoint, I think it's a little bit too pricey for me. I wish Medicom could revise back on the prices because it's just a simple figure. Apart from that, I really love this figure. The head sculpt is fantastic, close to the comic book source material. Much better version, I think, from the Hush Superman, more proportionate, and then the accessories, I'm happy with what they gave us. I still believe this is one of the best, perhaps the comic book's best Superman figure so far in the market. I am really looking forward on what Medicom has in store for us this year later on. Okay guys, leave a comment down below on what you think about this figure. Is it worth it? Will you pick this one up? Where does this fit in your collection? Okay guys, that is the end of my review, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please smash the like button, and if you wanted to support this channel, do subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the bell notification button so you will be notified once my video comes live. Thank you again for watching. Until we meet again in my next video. Sayonara.